Hi everyone! In this lookbook, I'll be exploring Spanish fashion from the 18th to the 20th century. I'll cover how aesthetics changed across two major time periods, how economics, religion, and politics shaped clothing, and how these influences helped create the iconic styles Spain is known for today. In the late 18th century, Spanish dress began shifting as the Bourbon monarchy brought softer French-influenced silhouettes. Formal court dress still used structured bodices, embroidery, and rich textiles. The lines slowly began to relax. Some chose flaws, shaped color, choices of ornamentation, keeping noble dress less elaborate and controlled. Hairstyles were a raised tie, powder for men, and adorned with lace or ribbons for women. Time were made up of garifante hoop skirts that then evolved into smaller, less poofy skirts, and then lace and mantilla also began as well. Other trends were the evolution towards more natural silhouettes. Lace also became more visible, including in early uses of the mantilla. Corsetry remained standard for shaping and posture and formality. And the peineta also began taking on a symbolic meaning, blending Catholic identity with Spanish regional femininity. In the early 20th century, Spanish fashion enters its folkloric and modernism era. Flamenco and Andalusian dress and regional tailoring shaped national aesthetics. Women's ideals emphasized curves through ruffles and tiered skirts, while men's ideals favored fitted traje corto jackets and high-waisted trousers. Colors like red and black signaled identity and passion, an influence still seen in modern Spanish culture. When it came to beauty standards, corsets remained, creating volume in skirts with layers of petticoats. Messy hair was acceptable, in contrast with later decades. Post-war economic recovery led to curvaceous figures becoming fashionable as well. When it came to trends, flamenco motifs became major fashion symbols. Ruffles, polka dots, and the embroidered manton de manilla were popular. These pieces moved from folk culture into urban fashion. Decorative hair cones, peinetas, and floral hairpieces were widespread, while details from the traje de luces influenced luxury fashion. Embroidery and adornment carry deep cultural meaning tied to performance, identity, and regional pride. When it came to lower socioeconomic status groups, practicality shaped fashion. Working men and women wore durable wool or cotton, and clothing favored movement and weather protection. Colors were muted to hide dirt, and grooming was simple. Silhouettes were basic and unembellished, reflecting labor needs rather than the trends. For beauty standards, it was minimal to no makeup, and the hair was tied up for practicality as well. When it came to trends, shawls, aprons, and kerchiefs were essential daily items. These items both acted as protection and as a simplified version of regional dress. Ornamentation was minimal and accessories were functional rather than symbolic. When it came to the middle socioeconomic status class, dress was balanced with practicality and fashion. They wore tailored jackets, modest embellishments, and ready-to-wear dresses for women in urban areas. People in this group could follow trends, but in simplified ways, choosing fabrics that were clean, neat, and respectable, but still affordable. Standards, it was common to have pale complexion, light powdered skin, contrasting with dark features. Dark hair, long, thick, was classic ideal, often styled elaborately. Refined features focused on fine noses, defined eyebrows, and dark sultry eyes, achieved with minimal to natural makeup. For trends, the middle class adopted lighter fabrics, lace trims, and regional accessories during festivals. Light corsets were still very common, and decorative combs were also common for religious and social occasions. These accessories both signaled respectability without suggesting an elite status. Now, when it came to the upper socioeconomic status class, fashion, luxury, and ornamentation were central. Men wore fine-tailored and formal coats, while women wore silk, brocade, and elaborate embroidery. Mandon de Manilla shawls and high-quality lace signaled wealth, status, and refined taste. When it came to beauty standards for hair, it was common to have long, thick, dark, and lustrous hair, styled elegantly. Complexion was pale, luminous skin tone was desired, and the figure was slim waist with a voluptuous, curvy lower body, more hourglass or pear-shaped. This was enhanced with corsets and undergarments. Upper-class trends included couture adaptations of Spanish elements. Designers like Balenciaga used mantilla lace bolero shapes and dramatic silhouettes. Wealthier women wore jewelry, peinetas, tightly shaped waists, and richly embroidered shawls. These items function as visual symbols of social rank. The heavy religious influence of Catholicism plays a central role in Spanish fashion. Mantillas worn to mass expressed modesty, femininity, and devotion. Dark colors, especially black, were used for mourning and Holy Week. Men and women dressed formally for religious events, emphasizing respect and humility. When considering beauty standards, it was common to have subtle and minimal makeup, accentuating dark eyes and focusing on a classy and natural aesthetic. Also, dark hair, accompanied with a slim and well-dressed natural appearance. Modesty and decorum was also encouraged. Semana Santa, or Holy Week, processions showcase black lace mantillas, traditional dress, and religious accessories. Rosaries, veils, and devotional jewelry are all integral parts of Catholic visual identity in Spain. These items communicate faith, purity, and connection with the community. Spain's long period under Islamic rule, especially in Andalusia, left a deep imprint on the Spanish aesthetics. Geometric patterns, intricate textile designs, and luxurious materials like silk and brocade introduced through Islamic craftsmanship. Layered garments, rich surface decoration, and detailed weaving techniques became a foundational element of Spanish fabric design, continuing to influence clothing long after the Reconquista. The Islamic influence led to trends like geometric patterns, layering garments, influence in textiles, Moorish influenced motifs and embroidery and jewelry, London weaving techniques with Eastern origins as well. Aesthetic ideals for women, it was slim figures, fair skin, long hair, and good dressing were valued. For men, it was valued to be well groomed, with short hair, strong muscles, and clean shaven faces. As for modifications and symbolism, henna was really common as well. Ornamentation, jewelry, and coverings showing modesty. Regional identity, flamenco, and Andalusian culture were social political influences. Regionalism, especially in Andalusia, strongly shaped modern Spanish fashion. Romani-inspired attire such as the traje corto expresses local identity through bold colors, ruffles, and fringe. These garments became national symbols representing joy, community, and cultural pride. At festivals like La Feria de Abril, regional dress became a form of visual storytelling. Pinetas, flowers, and mantones serve an expressive symbol. These elements reinforce heritage and create a recognizable regional aesthetic. A second social-political influence was that of the Franco era, that lasted from 1939 to 1975. Chastity and modesty were aesthetic ideals in women. They were expected to be chaste and present themselves in a way that did not provoke dishonest intentions or scandals. Submissiveness was the ideal. Women were devoted Catholics that were submissive to male authority, father figures or husband figures. The natural appearance was part of the aesthetic ideal. In this era, the trends were made up of traditional garments, especially the mantilla. It was promoted at official events to present a unified national image. Hairstyles and accessories were formal and conservative during this time. Dress functioned as a political message and signaled obedience and cultural uniformity. Now that concludes our final assignment. Thank you, everyone.